what do you want to talk about?
I wish I could talk about other things, unfortunately. You know, people call it a rumor. TVA standing by its story.
Yeah, good for them. I mean, at the end of the day, the fact remains is that, as Scott eloquently wrote in his article in Spec, I'm still the owner of the Bulldogs today, and we're going to continue to stay. That's a fact. I mean, you look at some of the great franchises in the American Hockey League. The Hershey Bears is the first team that comes to mind. They've gone through 13 different affiliation changes. The facts are that yes, our affiliation agreement comes up at the end of next year. We've had a great run in the last close to 10 years with the Montreal Canadiens, and anticipate to continue to do so. The fact is that the Bulldogs have been around since 1996. And at that time, it wasn't affiliated with the Montreal Canadiens. And the Hershey Bears have gone through 13 different affiliations, I think, in the last 40 years. Not too sure, but in around those numbers. So, you know, if we don't have a CH on our shoulder pads, in 2 years or 3 years, it's so be it. But the one thing that's for sure is the Bulldog logo is going to stay here in Hamilton, which is in front of the jersey.
So essentially what you're saying is that, well, yes, everything that you've stated is a fact, that Montreal, or the affiliation agreement expires in 2013. You're committed to keeping an AHL team here, whether it's with Montreal or another possible NHL affiliate.
The Bulldogs, you know, hockey is here in Hamilton. It's successful in Hamilton. We won a Calder Cup in 2007 here in Hamilton. We have graduated more players into the NHL since I've been the owner of the Hamilton Bulldogs and any other American Hockey League team. So, you know, we've done some great programs. We had a fantastic weekend this weekend with the AHL Outdoor Classic. Hockey's here. I mean, the minor hockey programs in Hamilton are doing great. We've got a great, Skate the Dream program that's been started. We've got hundreds of kids who've never skated before. We've skated over the last week or so. It feels good. Hockey feels good in this town, and obviously we've had a couple of attempts to try to get the NHL here, or 2 or 3 attempts. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel confident that we'll have hockey in Hamilton.
But not necessarily Montreal.
No, but you know what? Montreal's been a fantastic partner. Look at some of the, with the scouting and the great relationship. Like I said before, we've graduated a lot of Bulldogs into the NHL. Most of them into Montreal. So, you know what? I don't want to take away the great relationship we have with the Canadiens. Have
their organization said anything about whether their commitment will continue after 2013, or has that conversation even started yet?
That conversation that really hasn't started. I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of things on our plates, and certainly what's working well is the affiliation, and there are other things in the front burner.
If that had to change, is it feasible for you as a part owner of the Canadiens to also be the owner of a farm team of a different NHL team?
Well, that would be a bit of a conflict, I would imagine. And the same thing, the whole process. I mean, there's no undeniable that the city of Laval has put out a bid to find a manager of the premises of the new building, this 10,000-seat building being built in Laval. And that's a business decision that the Canadian Hockey Club is undertaking. It is all kinds of great reasons why. Laval is a fantastic city. I have my business in Laval, Highway 13, and it's great. It's flourishing, and I think they're very deserving of the building. It's needed, and it'll do well. It brings some great shows into that city, and it's going to be vibrant for the city of Laval.
How disappointing would it be if you did lose that affiliation with the Habs?
Well, growing up, in NDG and certainly being part owner of the Montreal Canadiens and the relationship. Most importantly, the relationship that we're with the players coming in and out. At this juncture, the other thing I want to note is that as much as everybody, TVA speculated they'll be playing in 2013-14 in Laval, where are they going to build? The one thing that the city of Laval hasn't done is found a construction company to build the building. And by the time you put the shovel in the ground, you're talking 3 years. So you got to look at the logistics of something that's happening, and that's you got to take all those things into account. So it's a lot of speculation. The thing that really is so disappointing is that when we won the Calder Cup in 2007, the story talked about having Nashville here in Hamilton, and now all of a sudden, after the most incredible experience, the outdoor, we're talking about the Bulldogs leaving town. Anyway, I figured instead of being in Laval today at ATS in Laval, I'd rather be here talking to you and telling the story.